It's an exciting day here at Samford University. I'm outside of the Ralph W. Beeson University Center. Moments ago, President Dr. Beck A. Taylor announced the naming dedication of the Buck Brock Commons. This is going to continue to be a space utilized by students for fellowship and for study.
President Beck Taylor just announced the naming of the Buck Brock Commons. Mr. Buck Brock served as a Samford trustee from 1998 to 2007. He then became Vice President for Financial and Business Affairs. As Vice President, Buck Brock led many institutional projects related to the construction and renovations of campus. Under Buck Brock's leadership, the complete restoration of the Ralph W. Beeson University Center took place, and now, as of today, the common area at the Upper University Center is known as the Buck Brock Commons.
Remember, as we cherish Samford, that there are generations of people who came before us, who left this institution for us, who took their turn to build and to sustain and to enlarge and enrich the university. Their names are on the buildings around campus. They're on plaques and in portraits in the library. And it's important for future generations to know the name Buck Brock and understand what he did for this university.
Samford has several facilities that are named after the Brock family. These include Harry Brock Jr., who is a lifetime trustee whose legacy is at the Brock School of Business, as well as his wife, Jane, whose legacy is at Jane Hall in the Brock Recital Hall. Now, the Buck Brock Commons at the University Center continues the Brock legacy of generations of impact.
He impacted every area of this university, and it's important that we remember him in this way and always cherish what he did for us at Samford.
For SNN, I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Families flocked to campus this past weekend from all over the United States, some further than others. Not every family is a quick 2 to 3 hour drive. Here's what long-distance families had to say about their commute and what being a part of Samford means to them.
So we have to plan our tickets like months and months in ahead. Otherwise, there will just be no way we can find a legitimate flight. But let's say we find a flight, it can range anywhere from like I said, 7 hours to like 10, 11 hours just based on connecting flights.
Parents also shared the why behind why they travel to Samford and what makes the distance so worth it.
You know, they're very purposeful, and this is the type of school that they, particularly their kids want. A group of students that have a common set of beliefs. That there's just kind of a unity there. They're studying every different thing under the sun, coming from every different type of school under the sun, but see something in Samford that you don't see on most other campuses.
In terms of gaining support for Family Weekend, Midwest Family Parent Chair Lauren Nunn encourages other families to join in support for their students.
The parents from the Midwest, even though we're a little further, we're still as committed to supporting our kids as some of the closer states are. We just have to be a little more creative in the way that we interact with each other and the way that we support the kids. But as you can see, there's a great turnout for our tent, and so I think that we're showing that, we're as committed as the other parents are.
For SNN, I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Back to you in the studio. This past fall, Samford faced record enrollment numbers. More and more students are choosing to attend Samford University. The Samford Admissions Office hosts weekday tours as well as preview days for families and high school students wanting to learn more about Samford and all it has to offer. With the increasing number of students enrolled, weekday tour numbers are also increasing. Additionally, the biggest events for prospective families are preview days.
I would say our preview days are consistently our largest events. We haven't seen a huge increase or decrease in our enrollment in preview days compared to past years. Our daily visits have definitely seen an increase. And I would say that kind of showcases the really intentional smaller side of Samford. And Preview Day does that as well for sure, but on much of a larger scale event base.
According to Samford's website, Preview Days invites students to, quote, tour the South's most beautiful campus, meet current students and faculty, and cheer on the Samford Bulldogs at a football game.
They'll get to see all the different areas of campus, and then they'll go to a scholarship and application session that our director of admission, as well as our dean of admission, lead, and our students and our parents separate for that. And then they come back together for our community fair, which kind of wraps up the day, where they get to hear from all of our different schools across campus and our campus partners.
To register for the last preview day offered this fall on November 11th, visit samford.edu/admissions. For SNN, I'm Caroline Vaccaro.